Yasha!
We arrive.
Right? We're here.
We're not queer, but we're close. Get used to it.
I love that episode of South Park.
Fucking crab people.
Yo, Easy, what's up? Yes, the crab people, absolutely beautiful.
Fucking plot point.
How's it going out there? What you up to? Zared says, I don't know what this is going to be, but I need to be in it $20.
Shit, I don't know how
add Zared's face onto one of those pouches.
Fuck it.
Zared brand.
Happy 30th birthday, BT Dubs. I'm Zared.
Oh snap, it's Zared's birthday?
I mean, I saw it on Instagram that there was some birthday shit happening, but I don't know if he's still, born today.
He's still a god, though.
Yeah, we made an emote for you.
Yeah. It's kind of small, but it's you shooting lightning out of your eyes.
Does this please God?
Does this please him? It's true, you would be old since you were around at the beginning of time. Formed from the same molten rock that created the earth.
It's true.
Yes. Just a mammoth, basalt pillar raised from the primordial sea and carved, with the fists of the creator. He just punched it until it became Zared.
It's true.
That was exactly how he was formed.
All of it true. It's true.
It's all true. It's all true.
Do you know where his toy is? The one with the noose?
String?
It should be on the little table thingy.
Yeah, it's on the table. I'll be back. I'll be back.
We're excited, Zared, to get that that emote behind a paywall, so you have to pay to get it.
Yeah, that's what we're going for. We need more subscriptions to lock you out of your own emote.
Pure, unadulterated capitalism.
Mm-hmm. Zared said he's sending $20 ASAP.
Oh, God.
I actually have no idea how to work him into this picture.
I'll do my best.
Alright, you've done it.
I'll wait to work on my best.
Just put him as a design on the water bottle, on the big bottle.
You're right.
That's how we'll do it.
Yeah. Just make him a god. In this
Yeah, his
too.
face is on it. His face is on it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of version of his face. It's his own brand water bottle.
I have to do this dumb thing where I have to actually turn this fucking thing. Hold a moment, chat. We're gonna be moving a bit. Oh shit! All right, I got this. I'm good. Oh
He's
shit!
Not good. He's not good.
Oh
It's a
fuck!
lie.
Shit!
It's
fuck.
a lie.
No. It's true, all of it.
It's true, all of it is a lie. A True Lie, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that was gonna be True Lies, starring Austin.
No, well, the movie is called True Lies. That's the one with Arnold and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah, that one.
Where the machine gun falls down the stairs and murks like 20 terrorists.
So fucking stupid.
It really was. That, and it has the classic one-liner from Arnold where he says, "You're fired," and the guy's, hanging on the missile, and he shoots it. Whoosh. He says it's sent. That must have been the money.
Yeah, I was like thinking I heard that from him. I'll be dipped, he did. Crazy bastard.
Crazy bastard.
You fucking did it. Alright, we'll work you in here somehow, Zared.
He's a madman. A goddamn madman. He's taking over the world $20 at a time.
For $20, you too can end up in a weird piece of art that I've drawn.
Yeah, exactly. You too can have your face in some random thing I've made. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Trying to see what page was I on. I might just creep and do another couple pages while I'm standing here.
Yeah, we're doing the text.
Since I can watch I can just kind of watch the stream right here. Gotta get this text done.
So we can have it edited by our peers.
Yeah. Then we'll finish formally typesetting it,
Yeah, and then I'm gonna upload it.
Mm-hmm. But it looks good.
Maybe we can get it done tonight. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I'm trying. If I keep working on it, I'm sure it'll be closer to done.
Well, actually, wait, not tonight. I mean, at least get it to be reviewed tonight. That's what I mean. I should probably say it that way.
I got what you meant, though. Yeah, we're drawing this mercenary warrior with her dragon tonight. It's the character who was shown in the picture with the giant tree also. So this is what she looks like up close. So Matt, any crazy stories you'd like to share with chat from the week? The weekend, at least? Were we up to anything? I don't remember.
Oh, I was like,
It's been a while, right?
I was like, I felt like that was a trick question. I was like, what did I do?
I don't know.
What did I do this time?
I don't know, man. What do you think you did?
My best? I don't remember, man. Bro, I can't even. I don't even remember what I had for fucking breakfast, let alone what I did.
Trick question. He had no breakfast.
No, I did. I did have breakfast.
That's the easiest way to fool people on that one.
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure if I did actually. I was like, I feel if I had said I didn't have breakfast, Ellen was gonna barge in and then
Kick in the door.
Kick down the door. I'd be like dragged out of here by my ear, Brock style.
Yes.
And then I would
gonna hit you with a drying pan.
No,
Obviously.
no. She would have fed me. That's where that story was going. Was I don't know how you got such violent ends.
Well, first she's gonna hit you, and then she's gonna feed you. You know. She's gonna, make you sick, and then nurse you back to health, and then make you sick again. She's gonna do that kind of thing on you.
Ah, she has the same fetish Kaguya has.
Yeah, right. Just with the tired. That was so funny.
Sacho, that's no good.
Such cool eyes.
You don't need a fucking true love. What are you, fucking 5?
That was so funny. Oh my god. When she was talking with fucking Kashiwagi.
Yeah. And then Ishigami just shows up, says some really good and practical advice.
Dude, Ishigami's the man.
Oh yeah, Ishigami's the best fucking character. If y'all you haven't seen this show, Kaguya-sama Love is War, oh man, it's so good.
Pretty short too. It's only like
24 episodes?
Yeah, 24 episodes. So it's got 2 seasons. Just 2 12s.
I'm hoping they get to the 3rd season. Because I it's not that I was like really spoiled. I just wanted to see where season 2 ended.
Oh, okay.
And
so you know what?
I mean, I know where it ends up, and I'm like, oh no, we need a season 3? This is where I'm at right now.
That's how it goes, man. Sometimes they just never make enough.
I know.
Oh yeah, we've seen Yu Yu Hakusho like several times.
Oh yeah, no, that's I actually own. I mean, it's not much. The whole entire original volumes, 19 volumes of the manga.
Yeah, and I have the anime bootleg. It's amazing. It's just those subtitles. They're not bad, except that the entire show, Hiei and Kurama's names are switched.
Which is really annoying.
It's so annoying, because these are some of the most grammatically correct Chinese bootleg subtitles I've seen. Except for that. It's like so triggering. It's not just like one episode, 20 episodes. It's the entire show. It's the entire show. I'm like, how did y'all get everything right?
And yet also wrong.
Yeah. I think that, like, maybe there was one last person checking it and they were just like, these subs are too good. We can't let our reputation be tarnished. we need to mess these up right at the end. Hold on. Control F.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho was great.
What did you miss? Oh, we were talking about Yu Yu Hakusho. I was talking about my horrible Chinese bootleg DVDs of it, where Hiei and Kurama's names are switched the entire show. And other than that, it has probably some of the best grammar for Chinese bootlegs. So it's infuriating. Like, if the whole show was garbled garbage like my Inuyasha DVDs used to be, it'd be fine. I can live with that. They were so cheap to get back in the day. Oh, man. Because, you go to buy, like what is it? Yu Yu Hakusho over here, the first DVD release is 3 box sets, and each of them, I think, were, like, $150 or more. Something like that.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, so, and I think this bootleg for the whole show was, like, less than $100. So it was amazing. And you couldn't just download it. You could download it back then, but it would take so long. Because this was still before we had Fios, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was like around that time, like right before / when we were getting Fios.
We're old, chat.
And I think the Dark Tournament had just ended, and then it started to do replays on Toonami, and it was just like, nah, I gotta know what happens the rest of the way through.
Yeah, that series is great.
Mm-hmm. Get my bootlegs. I like that OVA that they brought out. What was that, last year, right?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a really good job on that. But yeah, I saw the last one you did, I think. Let me double check if it was the one I'm thinking of. I think the guy had a bat with him this time.
Yeah, it was Shonen Bat, right? Or not Shonen Bat, that's a different series. Wow, very different series, actually. The guy from One Punch Man, Metal Bat.
Yeah.
Moon Jones is clean. Trickle.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I like the foreshortening on the bat.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Matt's a huge fan of stuff like that. He tries to put in a lot of his work. Oh, Yusuke Murata's your favorite manga artist? Nice.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's so good.
I really enjoy his movie posters that he did for the Spider-Man films.
Yes, those are amazing.
Specifically, I think for Homecoming as well as for Into the Spider-Verse. Yes, those are the ones I remember him specifically doing.
Yeah. What are they talking about?
I just heard something about chasing a pigeon and then chasing a goose.
Yeah, chasing pigeons versus geese.
We live in a lively house, chat.
Yeah, exactly. It's never dead here. That's for sure. I mean, JFK did just like Sabrina Smut.
It's true.
You know, her Castlevania Smut fic.
Of course. Like you do.
Yeah. Yeah, we were having a username discussion. Still, one of my favorite usernames was someone Sean was playing Chivalry against. Kim Jong-ilist.
Forgot about that.
That is one of my favorite usernames of all time.
By the way, did they ever confirm if he was dead or not?
I don't know. I haven't really looked. I haven't really cared.
Yeah, I kind of completely forgot about that.
I think they dropped that plot arc.
Yeah, it's always frustrating when the world always drops plot arcs like that.
Yeah, there's too many loose threads right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
They're just trying to keep this Corona plot together.
I hope it comes together in the final act in November.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that's usually when they do
the finales.
Yeah, our usual finales are in November.
Yeah, that's usually the season finale of America.
Yeah, it's a 4-year season that always goes right up to Election Day.
Yeah. I mean, I personally prefer the football season finale just for the commercials.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not as good commercials during the American season finale, but
you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, they do what they can.
I think they're tormenting the cat.
Oh, obviously. But yeah, as far as favorite manga artists, my favorite manga artist is Rumiko Takahashi. So she's the artist that did Ranma and Inuyasha. So, and how about you, Matt? Probably Araki or
mangaka. That's tough. I like Atsushi Okubo.
Oh, that's right. That's Soul Eater and Fire Force.
I also really like Ichiro Oda. That's One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yusuke Murata is really good. I really enjoyed Eye Shield 21. I don't know how to say her name, but the person who did Demon Slayer, her art's really good.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember his name. Not Kazuka Takahashi, but I do love Kazuka Takahashi as a mangaka.
Mm-hmm.
But the person who did the manga for Zeal and Arc 5, his art is really good, and he has a really good way of paneling. I really like how he panels and uses gray tones, things like that. I like to see him do his own thing, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, there's a lot of people I like, though. But yeah, if I think I was going for faves, I would definitely put Eiichiro Oda and Atsushi Okubo up there. Takahiko Inoue is actually really good, too. Vagabond's a really well-drawn series.
The Vagabond artist? Yeah, this stuff's really good. Oh, what is, what's her name from Bride Story?
Oh, Kaoru Mori. Yeah, I love Kaoru Mori's work.
Is amazing.
Yeah, she's really good at pasting a story. What about the person who did Witch Hat? What's their name?
Witch Hat? Oh, I don't know her name, but she does art for DC also.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of cool mangaka out there. Oh gosh, but yeah, I like the reason why I like Kaoru Mori is because she does a lot of manga that has a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Pace, or like a slow pace to it.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of breathing room. There's a lot of small refined details.
I also like that it has a lot of just like everyday kind of stuff.
Yeah. Again, she's doing historical fiction.
Yeah, she does historical fiction. But yeah, that's what I like is, it's like, oh, this is what they did then, things like that.
Yeah.
There'll be some excitement here and there, and things like that. And then there's a lot of cool, just like character dynamics, stuff like that.
Yeah, they're slower, I guess is the word. Like, I wouldn't say slow burn, but they're slow.
No, it's just like it's not a shonen over the top action,
Yeah.
It's like a drama kind of.
Yeah, I would guess it can go that way.
Yeah, I definitely like to read stuff like that when I get like burned out on shonen and stuff.
For sure.
Because you can get pretty burned out on shonen, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
I just want to relax, maybe read about, what people were up to, a couple hundred years ago in Mongolia.
Sometimes it just be like that.
Sometimes it's just like that, man. Like 100 plus years ago. For what year is that set exactly?
Oh, I just know it's in
something, right?
It's Silk Road era, so.
Well, that's the location.
Was when the Silk Road was what's the word? Utilized.
The Silk Road was around forever, bro. I'm just gonna look up the year because they have guns too.
I know it's before. I think it's pre-World War One.
It's definitely pre-World War One. I'm just trying to remember what year it is exactly. What year is this set in? It says late 19th century. That's the first part. I guess it's probably like the 1880s, 1870s. I don't know. Doesn't say exactly on the wiki real quick. Because they have the camera.
Yeah.
And like if the camera's like that those cameras are more popular after the Civil War. After like the American Civil War.
Yeah.
Because there's a huge, boom in world photography and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost kind of what this photo is making me think of a little bit. Some of those photos they would take.
Yeah.
Those really nice photographs. Everyone's got to stand still for like 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah,
or
they can't.
however long it is.
Yeah, and you can't really move much. You got to be stern.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are sitting in that like 3/4 kind of position or whatever. Yeah, because that's when you get all those pictures of like samurais and stuff like that from. It's the late 1800s.
Right.
I know I said this while you're doing the pencil, but I like how the armor is real practical.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it seem like someone who could fly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gives me... The helmet with the goggles gives me that, like, Amelia Earhart kind of feel.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those early pilots. It must have felt crazy flying around like those biplanes and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
No cover over you or anything, just like it's gotta be like the most intense version of riding a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they just like had the bombs they would drop.
Yeah.
Just like hold it, throw it over the side.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shooting at each other with just actual guns at first. Stuff like that.
Innovation, mostly meant to either fuck better or kill better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, those are two of the most important things. You gotta continue your lineage while you end your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, the fight will just go on forever.
That's true.
Like this purple color for the background.
Yeah.
I'm guessing their outfit's gonna have a decent amount of color on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw the like feather pattern too on their scarf. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, apparently Sabrina got like motion sick from the movie last night.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah.
That makes sense, considering.
Yeah, I don't watch too many found footage movies, but I do know. I remember that being like a huge issue when Cloverfield came out. There was like warnings up and stuff like that. But that one's like way more shaky. I can't even watch that one just because I get so annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Despite the deep Cloverfield lore. Trying to figure out how to put Zared on this.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna do it in a more mythical sense.
Okay, I got you. You're gonna do it like one of those Greek pots? Is that what you're going for?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be put in the middle of it.
Yep.
Obviously, you know, fighting some sort of Hydra or something. The Legend of Zared was way hardcore.
That's true.
He's freewheeling. He's going off the rails, chat. No one knows what he's going to do next. Especially him.
I have an idea. Just need to make this going.
Zared is being brought into existence here. Oh, he's like punching the shit out of some monster or something.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Zared's deeds, you know, adorn even the most mundane of household items. That's how legendary he is.
Mm-hmm. Dude, shredded.
Shredded. and just absolutely shredded. See if I can get any closer on before it starts to break down.
Break down, break down.
Doesn't seem to want to focus very well tonight.
Tells the tale of how the god Zared defeated the monster, the Impaler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zared defeating all the villains out here.
Yeah.
More shredded than All Might. That's why he broke his hand in that other battle.
It's just part of the local folklore.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's just, you know.
The ancient bearded king. A god among men. Punched the night sky in the face, and that's why the moon's there.
It's true. Is Zared even still here?
I don't know. I know he said he wasn't on like random Wi-Fi in Dallas, and it was not looking good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, of course.
I love it. Oh, there he is. Zared says that him breaking All Might's arm is canon. It'll be in a flashback scene one day. We'll have to see if we can get Horikoshi to autograph it.
Yeah, it's my buddy. He just wanted. Yeah.
Look, man, don't worry about it.
He just wanted to like be wrecking All Might.
He just really wanted to be destroying All Might. He said, "Make sure it's not even close."
He did say that, yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I was asking, like, do you want it to be like, you know, you're you're both struggling, or is it like what do we
it's
do?
like, nah, just me beating him, like just flat destroying.
Just no contest.
No contest. Yes. Imagine it was like that scene from The Fly, you know, where Jeff Goldblum just snaps that guy's arm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it would play out, just like.
For sure.
Try to go 100%, and he's like, cute. Cute.
Like Zoinks.
10,000% KO Ken.
You
Nah,
made
man,
me
nah, I'm
use
good.
like 1% of my power.
I love those Shaggy memes.
Like Amaterasu, Scoob.
Shaggy is a god, clearly.
Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Yes. Dude, Shaggy D. Rogers.
Yeah, I forgot about that shit. God, the vendor that's also canon too. Just really,
He's a D.
he's got the will of D.
He has the will of D, bro.
Bro, what does it mean though?
I can't wait. That's still like, that's one of the biggest mysteries left in One Piece. Is like, what the fuck is with the will of D? Oh, man.
And why haven't we gotten to punch another Tenryubuto yet?
Oh, I know. So true. You need to punch someone back to manga. Luffy said, fuck racism. Aww.
It did it right there. He ended racism in one punch.
Right there. Right there.
He was looking for the CEO of racism.
Right there. Nailed him.
Fucking nailed that son of a bitch.
Nailed him. Oh, Zara, did you ever start One Piece? I remember you said you were going to start. On the mega binge that is starting One Piece. The quest.
Definitely a quest.
The true quest.
Yes. The true search for power.
Mm-hmm.
I'll think about it. Oh, yeah.
Watch out.
It's all good. I'm just casually dying.
Alright, as long as you're doing it casually. Don't do it abruptly. Or formally.
But I like formal.
You would.
I need to wear my formal what was it?
Formal Crocs?
No. Oh god, no. I was going for a Futurama reference. Even in my formal Jordans.
Yes.
I'll feel like a failure.
I feel like a failure. Oh, you did start it, and you like it? Nice. Where you at? The beginning of One Piece is pretty fun.
Yeah. You know what I should do?
What?
Instead of letting Ellen watch all of her shows that I have no really interest in,
You should force her to watch One Piece.
I should, yes.
She's already watching JoJo.
I know. I know, it's a joke. I can't let her have things that she likes that are different than me.
Bro, I'm gonna be real here. I don't know if you can see. On camera, look. I'm putting my hand on his shoulder before I say this. At least she's not making you watch NCIS with her.
I mean, she's not making me watch any of it with her.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
take that into consideration. That she's doing that. Like, she's being kind enough.
It's true.
There are some homies out there who don't get that choice. Alright? A F in the chat for all those homies who were forced to watch Grey's Anatomy. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, be lucky. Count your blessings, son.
He's speaking from the heart, chat.
Count your blessings, son. You gonna dip? Alright, we'll be here wrapping this up. But yeah, at least you don't have to watch NCIS with her. Too many horror stories. People forced to watch terrible to mediocre shows. Yeah, because I always think of that episode of South Park where Kenny's girlfriend is making him watch where they're watching Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
And then he immediately dies.
And then he died. Yeah, he ended up dying.
Because he had sex for the first time or something.
No, he got VD from her.
Oh, that's
like,
right.
Giving him a BJ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucking died. That was hilarious.
Let's be a warning to you, kids.
Yeah, that's in the Jonas Brothers episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because he went to the Jonas Brothers concert with her also, because he was trying to get laid.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, fucking Mickey. I know Vincent told me there's some random Jonas Brothers CD that's kind of worth money because it's like hard to get or something. I just remember that. That was one of those weird things Vincent tells you.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing he would know.
I'm tracking, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I am definitely tracking that statement.
Crazy boy Vincent.
Crazy, bizarre town.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good.
Crazy, noisy, bizarre town.
I think I missed one earlier that.
Maybe?
Yeah, I think that was one I missed.
and then that one's for me. There we go. Yeah, this is good.
I know I was talking with Devin, and I thought it'd be cool if he did some like Monster Hunter art or something.
Yeah, it's just that there's a lot.
Yeah, I just like I know I like the outfits, you know, and you could definitely draw those really well. You could probably also draw the monsters really well too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I don't know what you would pick. I'd probably just pick, I don't know. I think Rothus is the only monster I even know in that game. I don't even know if he's still in it, or if that's the right name. What if that guy's still in it? I think he's in it like this. Or something like that. Or follows. That's what it is.
Yeah, I also like those really cool tribal art they do.
Yeah.
Like some of the menus and stuff in Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
I think that's really cool actually.
The UI is really slick.
Yeah, I really like the way they do that. I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, this cool part with the skull on the back there.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those, you know, awesome over-designed anime weapons.
It's not over-designed. It's just the right amount.
Just the right amount of insane anime design.
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny.
Look, man, it's not nearly as complicated as like whatever Cloud Sword was from fucking Advent Children.
Oh my god, I know, right? Bro, but when his sword busted into 100 swords and he Omni slashed him, though?
That was broke. Yeah, it was dope. I loved it. I loved every second. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Loved every second.
Definitely.
Let's actually, I need to find a reference photo real quick.
Mm.
Where are you?
That's why you gotta get your stuff together, man.
Oh, I have it. It's saved at least, but it's just a little lower, higher up here.
You need all these references before you start.
I did have them all. They're on the phone. It's just a little higher up.
Just gonna scroll through years of photos for 20 minutes real quick.
Well, it's not years. It's just a year. Half a year. Not even a full year.
No, I need to empty my phone too. I have way too much shit on my phone that I never look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of like old reaction pictures and stuff that I don't even use. So I'm probably gonna go through and delete those. Drawn all the skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice.
Feels like it's been a long time since I've drawn this scythe.
Right. I mean, it has been a while.
It's from March 24th.
Mm-hmm.
What year is it?
The same year.
That could be any year.
Oh my god. I think you should use like a circle to make this thing a little better. The inside part's a little... The trail of the comet, that is. This matches up a little weird with the parser split. We gotta work on trying to talk more. I know we're supposed to be like talking more. I heard that's a good tip, is if you talk a lot.
Yeah, I can't talk and draw as often.
I know. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what to bring up. Yeah.
Has anyone seen any of the contest pieces? Any cool ones from the Shonen Jump contest that's going on that they're into?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go look through and see what's on here. It's kind of cool looking. I still like that soccer one. I think that soccer one looks pretty good. So, what do we got? Oh, hey, the contest, the monthly contest is like horror. I think we should enter some of these. Start entering some of these some more.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there are these like monthly contests that they hold also.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I think that would make for a neat like stream.
Yeah.
Like a once a month, you just do the contest piece.
Yeah.
And the more you make of these, the more you have a chance to win.
Yeah, because this month is horror, it says. And you can win cash. The prize is cash.
Nice.
Because I remember there was one a couple months back that was like fashion themed. It's for kimonos or something, I think. Yeah, because you can do horror pretty well, I think. I mean, you used to draw a bunch of creepy ass monsters.
Yeah, still do.
Right.
Every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think maybe that'd be kind of fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's a way to spice things up too. And again, chance to win some money.
Yeah,
Chance to win money is always good.
that is true.
Mm-hmm. And it's, I'm pretty sure it's free. A lot of these, that's the problem I have with, I went looking for like contests a while back. And the problem is a lot of them, they're like, you have to pay, you know,
Yeah.
to enter. So that's why I never really suggested it. But yeah, I don't see a price or anything, so. Yeah, anyone can enter. Oh yeah, it says there's no limit either on how it works, you know. Obviously, probably just do one, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, the prize is like 50,000 yen. What's that, like $500?
Yeah, pretty much.
So. Yeah, money's money, and it gives you something cool. You can change your subject up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, plus it looks like it's there's multiple people that can win. It says they're listed as like awards or whatever. There's like the highest award. It says up to 3 winners. I don't know if that means like you can yeah. Yeah, so I guess maybe a couple people can win $500.
Yeah.
That's even better.
I'd say so.
So what are we working on now?
I'm just getting some of the mood coloring done here.
Okay.
Basically just kind of a little wash to push up
Mm-hmm.
to get the right mood setting here. I want it to be kind of a little bit darker piece.
Yeah, it's real somber or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Very serious business. You don't pose goofy for your old school portrait.
No, you don't.
You don't.
It's just not how it
It's
goes.
just rude, you know. It's just rude. It's just rude. It's making me miss going to the museum.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to see all those Renoirs. There was one of like a sleeping girl in a chair with a cat. And I was just like, man, I've been there. This cat's put you right to sleep.
You hear it, chat?
Right.
The sound of my soul burning.
Mm-hmm.
Every bone broken.
There'll be nothing left of his hand. He'll draw until he gets down to a stump.
Pretty much, yeah. That's how it feels, chat.
Mm-hmm.
Every god darn day.
At least it'll look good, though.
Yeah.
The stump, that is.
I'm sure that's what you meant, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Be one perfectly rounded stump. Yeah, but then you can be the stump artist, though. Yeah, throw some patterns or something on your stump. Just smash it against the picture. Yeah, like that. Boom. It's great. That's modern art, man.
Disgusting. Absolutely awful.
It's a bright future to look forward to.
Disgusting.
And then we can just duct tape you to the wall and make it postmodern.
Awful.
You're just jealous because you didn't think of it.
No. No, I will not claim to that. I have many feelings. The jealousy of that statement is not one of them. There are many better things to be jealous of than that
Bro, I'd
statement.
love to be the banana artist. Dude, you're immortal now. Live forever.
I don't know who did it, though.
It doesn't matter, but you know that the banana artist did it. His deeds live on. He's the unsung hero of art.
I thought you were about to say he's the unsub of
No,
art.
no. He wasn't the unsub. No.
He's the unsub of art.
No. The Criminal Minds is spilling over.
Oh, boy. Is it ever?
The most criminal of minds.
The people who wrote the show. I'll stand by that statement.
Right.
Ellen just barged in. I heard you were talking shit.
Yeah.
Better get ready to get fit. I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't wanna.
I don't want to get fit. Can't we have some more cookies?
Asking the real questions. I knew she was trouble the moment she walked in.
Yep, cookie chat. Yep, always gotta get them cookies. That's why I played Cookie Clicker. One of the greatest games ever invented.
Kind of like Candy Crush, but with
Mhm.
cookies. Like I assume. I actually don't know.
I hope there's still like a record-setting score on Cookie Clicker going right now. Like someone who's just still going. They've never stopped for the past like 20 years or whatever.
You can't stop. It's never stop, never stopping.
Exactly. So like they have the record, you know, and then there's like someone trying to beat them, and they're just like hoping they die, you know. They're just like praying for a power outage at their rival's house. They're just like this epic Cookie Clicker rivalry going on. It's like the whole thing with Donkey Kong, some shit like that, some King of Kong style shit, the King of Cookies. How many backup generators do you have your computer on? How many fans you got blowing on that son of a bitch so it don't overheat? Let me tell you, man, you don't want to lose that cookie clicker record.
I guess.
You telling me you don't want to be the cookie clicker world champion?
I just don't know what it means.
It means everything, damn it. That's what it means. To say that you are better than other human beings at something.
Sure.
The true test of what makes a life worth living.
Okay.
To feel better than everyone at some sort of obscure thing.
Oh boy. We're probably gonna have to end early tonight. I feel like Wes is finally cracked.
No, man. Bro, if the egg doesn't crack its shell, it will die. You watched Utena.
God damn it.
We need the world revolution. I fucking love whenever those dudes met up on that tower. That was great.
Zetai ume oshushiyoku.
That's a different theme, but
I
yeah.
don't know, still what? Because like they don't have any lyrics to there.
Yeah. I just like all the weird stuff that would happen when they're in those student council meetings.
Yeah, where they're just talking and then there's just weird
And like
shit.
weird stuff is going on behind them. There was one with like the baseball game.
Yeah, I like the one with the reporter.
Yeah, where all the mics showed up.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you love her, and then it cuts back. He's got like 50 mics on him.
Yeah, and it was like flash photography.
Yeah,
Like,
all the cameras going off. Yeah, that was amazing. Bro, OG Shoujo gets wild. I don't know any quality, like, intense shoujo like that's out now. I know the new Glass Mat, that acting manga is getting canceled, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently the writer got arrested for, like, being a fucking creeper. So, yeah. It was so, like, abrupt, too. And I heard that was, like, one of their better mangas. It was apparently really popular in Japan.
Like, so is it the writer or is it...
There's a writer and an artist.
Okay.
So the writer is the one who was arrested.
Huh.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is like, when you say a creeper, like... How?
I mean, apparently he was, like, rolling around on his bike, like, groping middle school girls or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Yeah, that's definitely not okay. That is the opposite. That's pretty damn far from okay.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It was something like that, is what I read.
Wow.
So.
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right?
Isn't it called Act Age?
Yeah, it is.
Act your own age.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't grow up fucking middle school.
I thought of that too. I was like, damn, age is a real issue with this guy. Shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like so abrupt. Yes, it's just getting canceled. That's it.
Huh.
They're not going to like bring anyone in to try and write it or anything. They're just going to like, boom, done. Yeah, the next chapter is going to be the last chapter. And that's it. And it sucks because that artist was really good.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they find like something to work on.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow. That's like right back when the Ruro Ken guy got caught with all that child porn.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't care, though, which was weird. Because he's still doing the Ruro Ken, like, other arc or whatever.
Is that still going? I didn't know that was still going.
Well, at least I saw a recent chapter came out today.
Oh, okay.
So it's at least being subbed. Or scanlated.
Scanned, yeah. But yeah, I saw that on the just the news going around. Because yesterday I'd seen something about it, but I didn't know what like the deal was when it happened, and then I found an article about it earlier today.
Damn. World's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's just insane, like how abrupt it is.
Yeah.
Like one day everything's fine, you know. Next day, it's done.
They find out you just decided to go on a weird spree of groping middle schoolers on a bike.
Yeah, got problems.
Yeah, I don't know what overcame you to say,
Yeah,
this seems like a good idea.
seems like a good idea. I have one of the best mangas going in Shonen Jump right now.
I'm gonna throw it all away.
Maybe I should throw it all away.
Because I need to go grope some middle schoolers.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
What the fuck, man? That's weird.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what I was thinking.
I mean, middle schoolers too. That's just weird because middle schoolers.
That's terrible.
Just because also like middle schoolers are awful people. Why would you want to be near them?
Oh my god.
Now, going for people that are college age, that's different. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Oh, the grad school students? Ooh, baby. They got brain.
Just like the back of his head.
Nah, that's not true. This is all hot air, chat.
I just made your head is hell in the way.
Oh yeah. It's all hot air. I stand by that statement. It's still all hot air.
Bye.
Hmm?
We got some random bot. Bye, Mr. Bot. I'm gonna try and sell follows.
Nah.
Or some view bot, something like that.
What? And you turned him away?
No, I know, right?
Our views have been in the tank.
I'd rather pay some Chinese gold farmers.
I agree.
I wonder what that's like. I forgot. It's been a long time. There was like a documentary one time on stuff like that, on those guys. But it's been a long time.
Since a long time.
Yeah, since I've seen it. I wonder what kind of like retirement package, they have being a Chinese gold farmer.
Probably not a good one.
What if it's actually like really good? What if they have,
Full on
like
pension.
really good benefits, yeah, and shit like that?
Would not be shocked, to be honest with you, but at
Yeah,
the same time.
That would be hilarious. It's
Yes.
just like actually like one of the better jobs you could have had when that was going on. Like that was like nice pay and everything. Like pay better than that working at Foxconn, shit like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked though.
Yeah, no, it's great. I get plenty of time off. All I gotta do is play WoW all day,
I get to see my kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely better than being the guy who has to watch all the TikToks.
Oh yeah.
I weep for that guy.
Did they actually end up banning it?
I think it has like a ban by date if it doesn't get like some sort of American ownership division
yeah.
or something.
I actually don't know.
I don't really care too much, but I just do think it's very bizarre that we're having this conversation about banning TikTok.
I just think it would be funny if it got banned.
It would be definitely funny. I just don't know what would happen.
I don't know what would happen to like all the kids who like are addicted to it. Will they move on to something? Will they just like riot in the streets?
Will there be more riots in the streets than there were for the Black Lives Matter movement?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to know what would happen.
Because if there is, I'll be very sad, actually.
Yeah.
That people cared more about TikTok than they did about a human being. Oh well. Goes how it be.
The TikTok riots of 2020. Nope. Something's going off there.
Something, I don't know. I can't really read it at the moment. I thought it was like Zara giving me another $20 to put them in the next piece or some shit like that.
Nah.
I don't know why I thought that, but it definitely felt feasible.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't read it from here, and I'm not going to read your text when I come in.
That's fair. It was an email too, though, so that's why.
Oh, okay.
Man, this is looking good though. I really like it. How just kind of simple.
Like the posing is,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Like it's interesting. It's like the characters and the subject matters are very fantastical, but the posing is very normal, you know?
Yeah.
Because it does remind me a lot of one of those, like, just, you know, expeditionary photos or something, you know? It's like, oh, we met this person while we were out, you know, so we just asked if we could take a photo, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you bring it back. I do like the idea of, you know, like you said, it was like a painting, that kind of thing. Because I think that'd be cool to have an artist character. Like I said, since we have a writer character.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, then you could do some more portraits, some like really fancy portraits of some of the other characters. I imagine the Merchant King would have one. You know?
Yeah.
You know, like a very fancy portrait of himself. Some like Napoleon style kind of shit or something.
Oh, yeah.
That would look really cool. I do like when you ink over the paint.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks pretty cool. What's even going on in like the art world right now? Do you know?
No? What do you mean?
I was just wondering. I was just thinking, sort of talking about art, you know?
I have no clue what's happening in the art world. I couldn't tell you.
I don't know. You know, we were talking about the banana earlier, so.
Like, yeah, there hasn't really been any, like art. Oh, God, how do I put this? Art's been so stagnating for the longest time. How do I put this? Art isn't really a thing anymore in the sense of what people usually think of it as. You know, going to a museum, enjoying a piece, that sort of stuff. Everything's online. Art's kind of just a business now. And there's no real time for, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? So there was a post that someone talked about how art being tied to productivity and how much you can crank out was wrong. And technically, that is a correct statement in the sense of the fact that, yes, art in and of itself is supposed to be, you know, an experience, It's supposed to be something that the creator makes and puts, lots of time, effort into, and the like. However, that doesn't work anymore because everything about art is now a business. And businesses have deadlines. Businesses also have clients that they have to please. So you taking your sweet time and kind of exploring and doing this idea of self-expression doesn't really exist anymore. At least not in the way that everyone kind of remembers art to be. Most things now, when it comes to the idea of what art and all that stuff is, it's like, I don't know, like you go look up and you see Sakimi-chan. Like what she does is considered very profitable, therefore it's art. But it's not even like considered art because it's not. There's a lot of people who are like snobbish about it still, where they're like, oh no, it has to be in a museum, it has to be painted with this material. The art world is in a really bad place right now, where it's like you have to. It has to be a brand. It has to be something you can sell. It can't be something that is you, in the sense of like what art was thought about and what it was supposed to be, in a sense of a creative self-expression and things along those lines. Now it's just what makes the best buck, and how can you make something that someone will want to buy. It's not as much about, hey, I have this cool idea and I wanted to put it down on paper. It's not about that as much. You have to. You're constantly thinking about what sells. The fact that art became a business is really frustrating, because you want to make good art, but at the same time you're put under a lot more constraints, being able to meet deadlines, meeting client needs. And to be fair, art's been like that for a lot. A lot of the work, like even in the chapel and all that stuff, the Sistine Chapel's a commission piece. But like, I don't think today's art really kind of has anything. Postmodern is more about is about asking the question why, and that's it. There's not why use this material or why do we exist. It's just why art. It's because our culture is very self-centered. It's all about how many likes, clicks, things like that, because our brains just work so quickly now. We don't really have time to stop, think, and all the like, because we're just have to keep moving to the next thing, and that doesn't really give you time to appreciate anything. So you just kind of like, all right, I've clicked my like for the day on this piece. I'm not going to think anything else about it. That's all I needed was just my like, and I've got my my endorphins, my quick high from the piece, and I'm about to now go move on to the next one. Then also things like when we talk about like deadlines and things like that, when you talk about like comics and stuff, manga is a business, comics are a business, and that's fine. The problem is that the expectation of comics and manga that is brought about from the business model is very toxic, especially to creators. Most weekly magazines are really bad, in my opinion, because they expect you to crank out 20 pages in a week. Well, that has to have a plot. It has to have, you have to come in, like people like Oda only get to sleep 4 hours a day. I don't think that's very good. And don't get me wrong, One Piece is one of my favorite mangas. But we also constantly complain about the Berserk manga never coming out. When he actually cranks out really beautiful pieces of artwork when he does. and we're still like mad that he gave us 20 pages in 1 year, when that's actually, when you look at the art that he's giving you, you're like, that's insane that he was able to even draw on that level, because he's someone who's so meticulous that he goes down to the very pixel of what he's doing. And you can see it in the art, and you're like, wow, you always are blown away by the art. But at the same time, you're blown away by the art, but then you kind of miss the point of how much work and effort go into it, because a comic page, you only work and look at a comic page for about 30 seconds. So you're just like, all right, I've gotten what I need from this to see what's happening in the story. And then, you move on. It's just a very a hollow entertainment, and for the most part, when it's coming to like art forms. That's why there was a lot of backlash on comics, I think, is because of the fact that you have to do so much to get so little out of it. And don't get me wrong, I love comics, but I feel like it's in America particularly, they don't view comics as a high art form. They think of it as like the dredges, the lowest of the low, mainly due to the fact that comics themselves are so simple. There's not really like this is so well rendered, it's not a painting. There's a lot of that that stigma that the comic itself is, it's lesser art, at least in America. Now, if you go over to France or a European country, comics are everywhere, and they're all talking about like their favorite they love Tintin, they love this, that, and the other, and they'll go on and on about why those things are this, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. But you go into America, and there's just no appreciation for that kind of style of art, which is frustrating. But at the same time, you look at what is popular in American art, and you get even more frustrated, because you look at that and you're like, oh, the banana on the wall, or things like that, and you're like, oh, so this is what's art, constitutes art. And then you start to wonder why the whole world thinks everyone in America is stupid. It's because they, the values, the things that Americans value in their culture is not very interesting. The things that Americans value tend to be very boring, tend to be very self-centered. There's a lot of the whole. I mean, I don't want to sound like a boomer and start talking about like selfie culture, things like that. But like that's what's popular.
Hey, Jamie's here. What's up?
Hey, Jamie. We're talking.
What's going on an art rant?
Yeah, I'm just talking about how there's no such thing as really art anymore. The idea of art is very different from what it used to be. La-di-da, la-di-da. I'm a boomer yelling at clouds. Old man yells at cloud,
Yeah, but at least it keeps you talking. You want to keep talking when you're on stream.
I know, but like, I hate to like be the person that's like, oh, art's bad, and like animation, cartoons, comics are what did it, but because they didn't. It's our reaction to them that made them everyone think that think it was low form art. Because
are these like flags or something?
No,
or
it's
banners? Or...
banners, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just find that I maybe it's because I also have a personal vendetta because I did so much work in comics and things like that, that I find that people who kind of look down on them are really annoying to me. Because they've never read it, and if you try to get them to read it, they actually physically just can't do it, just because it's too difficult in some respects for them. In some comics, are just illegible, and that's fine. But it's just that the lack of trying or saying that it's easy and it's for kids, and then they can't read it themselves is very frustrating to have to deal with. But I personally think, there's, if you were to say if there was any art movement happening right now, I'd say there is none. There is no art movement. There's nothing interesting that's worth your time to look at. Just find the artists that you like, and then kind of go from there is what the modern era or postmodern era of art is, because it's just all consumer stuff. It's not like meant to be anything beautiful or interesting. It's just meant to make you buy it. That to me is technically not art in the sense of the word. Art being a form of self-expression is just something that you could use your hands to create, to get your feelings onto a piece of paper, onto a canvas, onto Cintiq on anything like that. That to me is art. But like I wouldn't know if I would call this art because I feel like I'm putting emotions and things onto the page, but I'm doing this with the intent of selling it. So that's where the big divide is on artists, and where is the line between an artist and someone who's a mercenary is the term that gets thrown around a lot. I would be considered a mercenary because I stand to profit from most of the art I make. I don't think there's anything wrong with making money and trying to make a living. I just think that because of the culture of American culture, it makes it very difficult for people to create anything because there's no real room to create, because there's no financial security in that, unless you go the route of doing what makes money. And what makes money usually is things like, doing art for Magic the Gathering, doing art for books, doing art for loos like Sakimi-chan, like I said earlier. That sort of is where I'm at. Whether it's right or wrong, up for debate. That's just kind of how I feel. If someone was to ask me, what is the state of art? And I would say there is no state because there is no art. I hate to be sounding nihilistic, especially on stream, but I don't know if chat agrees or if they're just like, Matt, you're full of shit, but...
I'm sure Jamie will chime in.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in hearing some other people's opinions on art.
I'm wondering where this is going.
Somewhere.
All right. Now I'm interested. Like whatever you're drawing on here. Like some sort of logo or something.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I hate to be the consistent Debbie Downer when it comes to most things. It's just that, like, it's also interesting, too, because I was expecting, when this whole coronavirus thing got started, I think also just doesn't help the fact that, how do I put this? So America gets distracted pretty easily when it comes to our political reactions to things, because it's all, it all happens so quick. I was thinking there might be some interesting art that comes out of the reaction to the whole pandemic and being, locked up for a while, social distancing, but there wasn't really any. Nothing really came up that I was like extremely moved by.
I usually just see a bunch of characters with masks edited onto them.
Yeah, and it's because memes and all that stuff. Yeah, they're trying to laugh, and I understand that. I just don't find it that interesting. I don't find it funny. I don't derive any interest or pleasure from that kind of work. I wanted something, like I would see a painting or something like that would, or a photograph, and it also probably comes to the fact that no one really came together. It was all, it became, there's that whole statement, like, we're all in this together, that came up, and then you think that you'd find, some artwork-wise, that would kind of reflect that, but it was this whole pandemic has been every man for himself, or person for themselves. And, there was no moment where it's like, someone stood up and said, we're all going to do our part, and that's not what your country can do for you. What can you do for your country? There was none of that. That never came up, and I think that is definitely reflected in our culture and as well as in our art, because that's just what it is. As I was talking about, most of the art is here to make money. It's there for selfish personal gain. It's not there to invoke any feeling in a person or people. It's meant to just make me money, and then I go cash my check, and then I go buy my food to feed my family, and then I have to watch try to do it again the next day.
Jamie says, unfortunately, everyone is too depressed to make art. Everyone always says that about disaster situations. Quote, think of the art that will come out of this. But no, most people are too upset to create. And then she says, LMAO, people, quote, coming together is what made the pandemic worse. Social distance.
That's true, yes. You should all be social distancing out there, chat. But yeah, like my point is that like there is no together. There is none of that. All that stuff that they consistently throw out there is all malarkey. And yes, Jamie is right that most people during pandemics are, probably depressed and can't bring themselves to create. And sometimes, though, you end up finding a rare piece in that mix, and you're like, there is, someone who's like tired and then of the consistent message of just hopelessness. And then they make some sort of piece that helps them make peace with what's going on in the world, and then that piece ends up being found, and it never's ever found during the actual time of said disaster. It's usually found afterwards. So maybe we'll find some mesmerizing piece after all this is said and done. But the problem is that it is done. The pandemic is over in other countries and all around the world.
I mean, they still gotta keep their guard up.
Well, yeah, but they're returning to a sense of normalcy, in the sense of there's less. The cases are manageable. They're properly social distancing and doing everything in their power to continuously help those who need it. Whereas here, it's just yeah, whatever, man, get fucked.
I don't know. I mean, it ain't perfect in a lot of those countries that were doing pretty well.
I'm not going to say it's perfect.
So.
That's not what I'm here to say. I'm just saying, it's as someone who is watching other countries do it right, as someone who is constantly reminded that my country will never do it right.
Yeah, I mean...
Because that's just not what we're about. And I don't want to be that person that's that's just how it is, and then, go about my day. I want something to be done about it. It's just that I personally don't know what to do, other than the usual thing is, going out there, voting, trying to, get educated on the people I'm electing, go out there, do the legwork, and things like that. But the problem is that no matter how much and how well educated I get, there's still going to be that uninformed person who is going to also vote, and then they're going to also, their opinion that is uninformed matters just as much as mine.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
I mean, that's how freedom works, though.
Yes.
So.
I'm a terrible liberal, I guess. I don't know. Dirty liberal. What is it? Is that it? Is that just dirty liberal? Is that all they say?
I guess. I don't know.
It's probably,
I'm just saying, man. The liberals never did anything good, bro. Declaration of Independence, trash.
trash.
Constitution, trash.
Disgusting.
Declaration of the Rights of Men, trash.
Though, to be fair, I feel like they missed a few parts, but yes, you're right. You're right, absolute trash.
Absolute trash. All of those guys, Voltaire, trash.
You know, it's interesting too. Actually, there's been a whole peak in because of all of this stuff that's been coming up in recent events.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people like to bring up people like that and talk about all of their flaws, and I start to wonder about this actually a lot. When is it okay to bring up the flaws of heroic individuals or people that are popular, I guess, or things like that. Like I know, like everyone talks about like how let's go with like Mount Rushmore. Everyone talks about Mount Rushmore should be taken down mainly because it was stolen sacred land, which that makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll talk about how the people's faces on it are the problem, and I'm like, well, I mean, you've got Washington, which makes sense. He's the first president. And yes, he has lots of problems, but like no one seems to want to talk about the fact that he at least left. He didn't establish a monarchy. They don't want to talk about that anymore. I feel like
It's not the issue.
Yeah,
Social issues change, and that's when opinions change, and then
right. And I'm just
change your opinion to whatever the time is, and that's exactly it. You bring up people's faults when it's convenient, and when you're argument, and when you want change. When you want those people.
Well, I do want change. Like, I want to know when is it when and where is okay to talk about specific things, because there are certain parts of the conversation that I feel are getting lost because of the fact that there's a lot of emotion behind all of the things that are going on, and it just makes sense. There's like, Jim Crow, segregation, all that stuff, and then there's the whole thing with Trail of Tears, and then America's just constant, like, fucking everything up.
I mean, America's a history that has no real culture, like a defined culture or heritage that is accepted by everyone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The normal quote, narrative quote, is generally seen through, like, white culture, things like that.
Yeah, I guess
so. Like, America doesn't have much of a shared actual culture, especially with, like, the way there's no television anymore. Television was, like, the last thing that kind of, quote, like, had us on a national culture, because at least everyone had to watch the same, 5 channels, then 20 channels, then 100 channels, and then, but after that, there's nothing to keep us together most of the time.
Yeah, and we also do value individuality quite a bit in this country.
Yeah, so there's not much of a accepted shared narrative anymore.
Hard to say.
That's what I would say. It's just such a young country also.
Yeah. I hate to be a bummer, chat.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is.
It's just been, because we've been talking about, like, art and things like that, and what's going on in the world and how it reflects upon it. It's just not been a good scene. At least not yet. We'll probably figure. I'll bet you somebody will come out with a nice piece that'll be very much, an emotional thing. But I don't even think that'll bring anybody together or anything like that. But I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I'd argue there's no value in coming together.
Come together
right now
over me. So why is there no value in the Beatles song?
Oh no, the Beatles song is great. There's value in that. That's why it's worth money. Because you're not going to get much stuff by conceding to the center. By conceding to your opponents who will just stay even fiercer than you. So you have to constantly go more and more towards the polar sides, or else you'll lose. Because online, there's no downside to just being basically as radical as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way, like, all the echo chambers and stuff work. Yeah, Jamie's like, that's why I started doing Duolingo whenever you get the urge to look at Twitter. Yeah, exactly. Because, like, it's even easier than when it was just, you just watched Fox News or MSNBC to lock yourself in the echo chamber.
Yeah.
Like, your entire feed can be just the reality that you and the other people live in, and then when you meet someone who doesn't live in that, it's basically exactly like way at the beginning of time when two cavemen met, you know? And they say, well, my god is this god who does whatever, and well, my god is this god who does whatever. I guess we have to kill each other. That's basically it, because you live in two different realities.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
the point is you have to kill each other at that point. Like, you can't concede, because conceding legitimately means dying at that point. Like, that's the only way the argument can be finished from the other side's point of view, you know? Like, if your existence is a crime or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
then that's the only way that they'll try to solve it. So you have to go even more and be like, well, you know, I have to kill him first, that kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
It's like that. That's how it works.
So you heard it here, folks. First, folks, kill your enemies.
Obviously. Like we were talking about earlier, man. You need to continue your legacy and end the legacy of your enemies. That's why everything is done for war and sex in human history. Oh yeah, the armor is great, right? Oh, I love Dio. Dio is actually sick. Once you get to like part 6 with Dio, like and some of his stuff is awesome. That's when Araki really like got back to Dio. You just want peace of mind, you know, like he says in part 3, that kind of thing. And then when he starts to talk about like heaven in part 6. That's part of the reason like part 6 is just my favorite part. It's like about heaven, like accepting fate and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the power to accept stuff, kind of. Like to know your fate, you can act against it, or you know, you can be resigned to it, that kind of thing. Stuff like that, like ideas of that. Like what do you do with that?
Ah, man, kill yourself.
You could, you know. That's an answer.
It is. That's one of the absurdist answers.
So
We get deep here in Maeca art.
yeah.
We're 14, and this is deep.
Right. Don't worry, Jamie. Don't worry. No one's going full over here. Don't worry.
What?
Jamie just typed in "don't," you know, after we said that.
Oh. No, I can't. Not yet. I got too much work to finish. You know how much fucking art I gotta finish? How many projects I've got in the tank, Jamie? Fucking Christ. I'll be out. I'll be fucking alive for way too goddamn long. That's all I gotta say.
You'll be lucky when you can take a break and die.
Yeah, exactly. Lord knows I got way too much shit to do. I'm just talking about the absurdist point of view is that you can either accept reality or just kill yourself. That's pretty much all they have.
Well, it's about making meaning of reality.
Yeah.
Like, what's the meaning to it? Things like that. I forgot all of them. They're all mentioned. You know, they're in, who is that?
Niche?
Camus. It's Camus.
Oh, Camus, yeah.
Yeah.
Albert Camus, actually.
Yeah, right. Is that it?
Yeah, it's actually Albert Camus.
Camus? Oh, okay. Is that like Carl Jung?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Carl Jung, right?
Yeah, just like it.
Yeah, Carl Jung.
Just want to make sure everyone in chat knows that this is a joke.
Yeah, right. She says you're going to achieve immortality solely to keep drawing. Yeah.
Pretty fucking much.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what Tezuka couldn't do.
Yeah.
Achieve immortality by being like, man, I got to go work.
Right.
Oh, shit, I got to go to work.
If anyone could have worked towards immortality, it would have been Tezuka.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, he'll be immortal based upon the fact that all of his works are just so legendary, but like...
Yeah.
I mean, he wanted to be drawing for the rest of his life.
Mm.
He was on his deathbed, and he was like begging the nurse to let him go to his drawing table because he just wanted to keep drawing.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I can feel that. I feel that. I feel that.
I'll make sure to bury you with a hat just like his.
Appreciate it.
No problem. That's what bros do.
You know what I'll do, Wes? I'll do equivalent exchange
Oh shit.
on my body
Fuck.
with somebody else's body, so I can live forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's how it works. I've seen it in movies. Don't worry.
All right, cool. It was in a movie, then obviously it was real.
Yeah. It was a documentary.
Obviously.
Yeah, this is looking really good.
Yeah, I feel like I'm taking a nice, interesting painterly approach to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. One of the things I fucking can't stand about most digital art these days, that's in like my card games and in like all of these video game job applications I've been doing, is all of the art is kind of like this. So dark.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought it was pretty dark at the bottom.
And I like it like this, though. Don't get me wrong. I like this way this intense lighting is. I feel this is fine for what we're doing here. I'm talking about where it's just like, you want to make it look gritty and realistic, so you make it so I can't see the fucking image.
Yeah, it's like that one girl who has a booth.
Yeah.
Alley. Like, her art is amazing. It looks like her art's amazing, and then she just goes and makes a layer that's a black square over the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then puts, some filter on it or whatever.
It's just too fucking dark.
Yeah, I'm just like, why are you covering this up?
This art is beautiful. Stop it.
Yeah.
You stop that right now, man. You stop it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm always so confused. I'm just like, I could tell before you made this really dark that it was real bright.
Yeah, it was a very interesting image.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's another rant I need to go on about for a bit.
Like, I can tell if it's nighttime or something.
Hyperrealism does not mean it has to be dark. For God's sake, put some color in your pieces. For God's sake. All right, rant's over.
Ran over.
And another. No.
And another thing.
And another one.
Another one.
Another one.
But yeah, no, it is kind of boring when the art's really dark. I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong. There's some really cool art that does very good light balancing when they have such high contrast images.
Mm-hmm.
Like the chiaroscuro and things like that is usually pretty cool. However, when it's just in everything that I'm seeing, and then the fact that it's just done to cover up the fact that you just couldn't draw something correctly, so you wanted to cover it up by, darkness, bothers the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Bothers the shit out of me. All right, now rant's over.
All right.
That rant specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the things. I mean, I don't mind digital art. I think digital art is an interesting concept, and it does take a lot of work to get right. Same if not more than with traditional. It's just that it's frustrating whenever you're someone who really prefers to work traditional, and you go to these job applications, and they're like, "Do you know how to use Photoshop?" I'm like, "Well, yes, obviously I know how to use Photoshop." And then they're like, well, all of your pieces are done using traditional means. I'm like, well, that's because I like traditional means.
Mm-hmm.
I can show you pieces that I've done that use digital collage and digital coloring, but that's not what you care about. You want me to be, doing paintings, and I can do paintings. I just prefer to do it this way. And it takes me just the same amount of time as it does in a digital medium. So I don't see the problem. There's a problem.
Mm. They won't be able to replace you with a robot.
I guess.
That's why.
It makes me think of that scene from iRobot where Will Smith's going off on the robot. It's like, can you write a fucking... Can a robot write a symphony? And he just goes like, can you?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, can you?
And he's just like... Fuck, he got me.
Yeah, exactly. GG.
GG.
GG, meatbags.
Like you said, I am not an artist. It makes a perfect fucking schematic.
He's not an art bot. Yeah.
Makes a perfect fucking schematic. motherfucker.
It doesn't have to be an artist to make a schematic, though.
I know, it's just funny when you're just talking.
Even I knew how to do stuff like that once, and I wasn't an artist.
I'm talking about, like...
I know, yeah, it is.
It's funny in the scene itself.
Yeah.
Where he's just, like, fucking going ham on the paper. It's like, you're very right, Mr. Agent Smith. I'm not an artist. But I had a dream. It's, I don't ever know how I feel about that movie.
I probably wouldn't watch it again.
No, I wouldn't do that either.
I'd just go read some actual Isaac Newton. Or not Isaac Asimov. I know, right? It's also the laws of whatever in that. They make me think of laws of gravity also. And we were talking about Dio.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Isaac.
And Isaac Newton is the basis for Dio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
There's a lot.
I was talking about Dio, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's funny, yeah.
That's a very...
yeah, wrong Isaac. But yeah.
There's a lot of layers to that guy.
There's a lot of Isaacs in that sentence.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, some actual Isaac Asimov.
Yeah.
There's a really good BBC radio version of Foundation.
That also reminds me too, because a lot of people talk about when you mentioned Isaac Asimov, and I just remembered there was a conversation I kind of eavesdropped on where people were talking about Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley, fucking amazing writer. Love Frankenstein. She basically invented science fiction, and there was a conversation about Isaac Asimov compared to her, and I couldn't quite understand why they were having a conversation about the two characters, the two authors, until it started getting into it. I realized that the two of them were arguing about gender, about who wrote the better science fiction, and I was like,
whether guys or girls are
and I was like,
men or women.
And I was like, man, why? What? Who cares?
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Who cares? Fucking go read Isaac Asimov and go read fucking Mary Shelley's work. All of it, great work. Great work.
Yeah, I find discussions like that to be kind of like, if you're trying to be serious on things like that, about which country makes the best art or whatever, or things like, what country has the best poetry, or things, what language has the best poetry, things like that. If you're trying to have a really, really serious conversation on that, that's a weird thing to get too into.
Yeah, because it's
so anything. Subjective.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
It's horrendously subjective.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, what does it mean? If you win that argument?
Yeah, how do you even win that?
Yeah,
quote unquote.
Yeah, for winning that, and you're just like. You're just like, okay, yeah, I've just whipped my dick out, and here's the bigger dick, and then you're just like, okay, you did it.
Ha ha.
You got me.
Ha ha.
Yeah, what do you get out of this? What is?
Yeah, I always hated those pointless gendered fights or things like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so bizarre whenever those conversations come up in general, where it's like, hey, I think this is better. And here's why, and they only give you objective stuff, not objective, subjective. They give you their subjective reality, and you're just like, that's your subjective reality, I guess, man. I don't know why we're having this conversation, but sure.
Yeah, it's just really weird if it's just one person to one person, because it seems kind of everyone's kind of dug in that argument. Who are you really trying to convince? If anything, you should just be like, hey, you should go check this out. It's really
that's another thing too. Is why are we having
so weird?
Why are we having an argument in regards to this particular thing, and why not just read both and then because when it comes to genres of fiction and genres of science fiction. Fantasy, it's not meant for everyone.
Yeah, and I just think that is kind of a weird. Yeah, like I said, those weird, pointless, gendered or nationality kind of arguments like that.
Yeah, I don't know why we're having this.
Yeah, who is the better sci-fi writer, men or women, that kind of thing.
Yeah, why are we having this argument? Why does this need to be an argument?
Yeah.
Why can't we just say?
Doesn't that kind of devalue the work of the individual too?
Yeah, it does. You're not looking at the work, you're looking at the person who made the work. And that's one of the things that I don't like about art in general too. We were talking about that earlier, with the writer for Act Age, needing to be put behind bars and all that stuff. And does that suddenly make the work bad that he made?
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Exactly. But
the art on it was good, and I'm sad for the artist because there's a writer and an artist.
Yeah.
So I'm sad that the artist won't have anything to work on.
For sure.
Like he'll have to find a writer or something, to collab with now.
Yeah.
Because his work is canceled because of this other guy's actions.
Right.
So. But I don't know anything about that manga other than, to me it seemed like it was kind of the new Glass Mask or something like that.
Yeah, it had a very...
Since it was about an actress.
Yeah. I don't know. I find that kind of stuff really frustrating whenever those things come up.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I can understand if you were like, well, whose stories are better, this person or this person? I mean, if they were just saying, the work of Mary Shelley versus the work of Isaac Asimov. But once it starts to become, a weird thing about men versus women in science fiction, how good their stories are, quote unquote. Now, you could have a thing about, under or over representation or, those kinds of things. That's a whole different argument.
Yeah.
About is whoever represented in something, and that's a bit more objective in a way, because at least you can be like, well, how many authors are there? Count the authors,
Yeah. You count the authors 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Life goes on and anything goes, coming up close.
And you can have a subjective debate on, like I said, the works of whoever versus the works of whoever, but just using those specific authors and then turning it into a thing about which men or women were better at sci-fi is a weird one.
Yeah, I don't
go with.
Yeah,
it's just a weird way to turn this argument.
Yeah,
it's like I said, I can understand if they were like, well, I really like Mary Shelley, and the other guy's like, well, I really like Isaac Asimov,
And then if they said,
here's why,
Or if they said, and the person's like, well, I don't really like Isaac Asimov because I don't think this, I'm not a big fan of X, Y, and Z series. And they're like, well, have you read A, B, and C series? And they're like, no, I haven't. And then you feel like, well, you try them out. I think you might actually like them, especially if you're a big fan of Mary Shelley. And then you think that's how the conversation could go, and then that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I want every conversation.
That's how I try to make my conversations about media go usually.
Yeah,
it's I have not seen that. I probably have no interest. If I have no interest in seeing it, even if someone's like, it's amazing, it's what I'm like, it's probably fine, but it's just not something I'm interested in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. That sounds like the weirdest conversation to walk into, though. It's a really weird one to walk into.
Yeah, it was back.
It's definitely an art school.
Yeah,
conversation.
It was an art school. Yeah.
That's definitely an art school conversation. Only at a New York art school is that conversation happen.
Yeah, really. I the more and more I think about my art school that I went to, the less and less I think it was the best place to have gone. I'm fine that I went there, and I think it shaped me to be who I am. Mm-hmm. And I can't really, go and justifiably say that I would change anything. It's just not how I work. Mm-hmm. But that school had a lot of drama, to say the least. But that's just college.
Definitely.
That's just they're a bunch of
it's a bunch of young people trying to figure out what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Pretty much.
A lot of people find themselves in tension, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They find out who they really are, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about for a bit with the pandemic, is a lot of people are, at least in my workplace, that's come up a lot. People say, we're going to figure out who everybody really is now that this pandemic is happening. I'm like, I didn't want to, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
I really much didn't want to know you all this well, but, here we are.
Yeah, right.
And now I can never unlearn it.
Mm-hmm.
it's just onto
The armor.
the armor. All right.
Nice. Yeah, I've been wondering how it's gonna look. I'm surprised the dragon is that pink color. I didn't really think it would be kind of pink.
Yeah, it's just because he's more in the background.
Okay.
I'm kind of trying to make her more of a focal point.
I got you. Yeah.
So having the kind of like center thing like that.
Let me see if I can fix the color.
Mm.
Or not. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm sounding like, you know, like a broken record though whenever I'm on stream talking about like this kind of stuff, but I feel when it comes to entertainment, enjoyment of things, don't be a dick. Just, you know, like
Everyone's out here gatekeeping fun.
people are weird, and that's fine. People have different tastes. It's fine. Can't just like take it so personally that people are different than you. People are gonna have different opinions, and that's fine. Like, I don't think that like I have all the answers, and if anyone who says they have all the answers are trying to sell something to you, that's about it. That's not a thing. It's just if someone says they have all the answers, that's it. They're trying to sell something to you, or they're a fucking dumbass, and you need to get them out of your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have all the answers here in this snake oil.
You gotta have it in your book, man. Those are the best YouTube videos. They give you a little bit of something, and then they say, well, if you really want to know about it, you gotta check my book out.
Oh ho. Yeah.
Check my book out, How to Seduce Women Through Hypnosis.
Check out my book. God, that's stupid fucking.
That fucking video.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Lordy. I was gonna say check out my book Fuckability in the Modern Era.
Oh man.
But then you had to come out of the tank with that fucking book.
Dude.
That book is fucking wild.
Bro, that movie was hilarious. Just the little bits getting to watch it.
Yeah, that was definitely something. I don't know what I would
I
call
love
it.
the part is like, you want to unplug their phone. Like, shit like that is like, in case the hypnosis goes wrong, you know, might not want them to contact the police. Basically was like what he was going for. That was like ridiculous. I was dying.
So bad.
Oh man.
I don't know what to tell you. You got chat. Like that video is
That's hilarious.
bonkers D Bobcat.
That was pretty funny actually. You good over there?
Yeah, it just felt like a weird thing on my wrist or whatever this part of my hand is. And I was like, am I just like wearing away at it or something? Probably.
I don't know, Jamie, you got any hot takes?
I don't know if that take I just made was hot. I felt like it was like should be lukewarm at best. I feel like being reasonable shouldn't be a hot take. Why is being reasonable a hot take? Damn
Because
it!
you're unreasonable, Matthew.
What? No, I'm being very reasonable.
You're being completely you're the opposite of your employee evaluation a year and a half ago or how long it was.
Yeah, you know, I feel like I might have actually not been. I might have become. Well, see, my unreasonability now is based upon the fact I think our supervisory team should be held accountable for their actions.
Unreasonable.
And that's unreasonable. Yes, I will agree to that statement. That is a very unreasonable thought process to have. People being held accountable for their actions is definitely unreasonable, and I should be ashamed.
Head's too empty right now. Nothing going on. That's funny.
I'll be like that sometimes.
I really like that banner with the diamonds on it.
Thanks.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah. I hate ranting about things that make me sad. But here we are.
Alright. Well, if it's what you feel strongly about.
Yeah. I feel strongly that people should chill out and let people have fun. As long as it's not hurting anybody.
Aha, now we get to the problem.
Physically or emotionally. I don't know what to tell you. Like, again, with emotionally, that's a loose term too. That's would I say that.
You want everyone to have fun until it hurts their feelings. What a hypocrite.
Well, yeah, if it hurts someone's feelings, usually, I mean, if someone's feelings get hurt, that means that the level of fun that was being had at someone's expense, and I don't think you should be doing that.
Oh, and Jamie's got something. Let me see what she's got.
Oh no. Just Jamie has an untamed like gift for everything.
Not shocked. By the way, you might need to bootleg it for her at some point. Apparently, one of the companies that owns the rights to the actual legal way to watch it is one of the people that is a subsidiary of the people who currently own TikTok, and they might go the way of the dinosaur. So.
Oh, we'll just watch it before that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she wants to own a copy of it.
Oh, to have it like forever?
Yeah, I would imagine. Isn't that right, Jamie?
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I'm used to just everyone watches everything bootleg, especially if it's foreign.
Yeah, no. Apparently, there's a a legal way to watch this show, so that's why I was shocked.
Oh, okay. No, it's on Netflix. See?
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Still on Netflix.
Did not know
Probably the
Chinese distributor or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure we could find you a nice copy on bootleg.bootleg. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
If you ever need it,
Let
let me know.
Your Uncle Wes got you covered.
Uncle Wes got you covered. We'll just mail you a flash drive. You'll receive a mysterious flash drive in the mail. Oh, see, it's on YouTube illegally also. Matt, I don't know what you're talking about.
She said that it was probably not at some point. If whatever happens with TikTok happens with TikTok. Look, man, I'm just going off of what I was told beforehand. Turns out I was lied to.
Were you?
Hurts my feelings, Jamie. Why would you do that to me? Why would you lie to me and make me look like a fool on my own stream? How could you? Next time I find you, Jamie, you will pay. You will pay.
You'll pay what you owe, Santa.
You pay what you owe.
I love that shit. That's one of the best Boondocks episodes. Heard you got extra security at the mall, Santa. It's a bitch move.
You gotta pay what you owe.
Mm-hmm.
Pay what you owe.
No, she says it'll probably be fine, but she only reads headlines, not articles. Yeah, exactly. That's what a lot of people do.
Careful though. Sometimes headlines are misleading.
Yeah, I read through the headlines of the posts on like Reddit, and if they are something I actually would care about, whether it was true or not, then I click on the article. So it'll be like, oh, Germany finds, I don't know, super robots or some shit. I'm like, I don't care about that. That's probably not real. Or whatever. I don't know. I was trying to think of the weirdest thing.
I was like,
I couldn't think of the weirdest thing that's like not real, but real.
Germans finding super robots, though. That sounds cool as fuck.
I'd probably just be like, that's way too fake,
No,
so I don't know.
I mean, you're right, yeah.
Maybe just something about the one, there was like an article on like, how the UK won't be taking like American SUVs or something because they're too dangerous for under their laws or whatever. Yeah. And I'm just like, I'd probably believe that, and I don't actually care, so I'm not going to read this.
Okay.
And I'm probably not going to talk about it with anyone like I know what I'm talking about. If I want to talk about something and know what I'm talking about, I'll read the article.
Yeah.
Like if I like if my dad cared about anything like that, how he cares about cars, maybe I'd read that article and tell him to check it out. But I know he doesn't really care about that. He cares more about racing than cars, and he already knows that American car makers can't do anything to make an environmental car to save their life.
No, they cannot.
So.
Oh, expand on Wes's earlier established statement that I have an untamed gift for everything. This is very true. I very specifically have a gift for everything, where the gift is of your favorite character. Okay, because he's always a mood. All three of the moods: cute, pathetic, and murder. Ah, nice.
Cute, pathetic, and murder. Yes.
Cute, pathetic, and murder. The Yandere triple special.
Jesus H. Tap dancing.
You're cute. The guy you like's probably pathetic, and there's murder involved. The Yandere fucking dark triad right there.
Triple triad threats.
Yep. The old Yandere triple threat.
I've seen it before.
Mm-hmm. He's a cute, pathetic murderer, and God, I love him so much. That's funny.
Cute, pathetic murderer, and God, I love him so much. What a mood.
I know, right?
What a mood.
Mood.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my God.
Such a mood.
Jamie's moods are such a mood.
Oh man, hold on. Sorry. I had a stroke there for a second. Everyone okay?
No.
Is everyone alright? I had a stroke there. Everything okay? Everything kosher?
Is everything cocaine still? Are we still good? Yeah, I dig the funky goggles. Yeah, this armor came out really nice too. I like it. I like the color. It's a little dark on camera. It's darker than it is in person.
Sometimes you just gotta spend 10 years plotting the elaborate downfall of the guy who killed your brother. Regardless of the consequences, burn bridges, and politics of the situation. You know, to cope.
Obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Revenge is always justified.
Yeah.
Revenge is always justified. Just do it. Just go ahead. Go for it.
Like, I'm gonna have my revenge on Jamie once I see her for the next time.
Yeah.
For making you look a fool on stream.
And it will be 100% justified.
It is.
Maybe not in the eyes of the law. Maybe not in the eyes of God. But in the eyes of me.
What are you talking about, Wes? I am a god.
In the eyes of Zared.
In the eyes of Zared, I am just.
Revenge is always justified. In his lightning eyes lives nothing but vengeance.
Oh, we have fun here.
Jamie says it will be justified. I'll leave a note. I'm very pro-revenge.
I'll leave a note.
Exactly. This vengeance was justified. Signed me. Cause fuck you.
Because fuck.
It's like Ron Swanson meme with the permit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can do whatever I want.
Fuck you. You may have heard me say some of the bacon, a lot of the bacon. I want all of the bacon.
All the bacon and eggs. He needs all of it.
All that you have.
Everything. Every little bit. Watch out. Is that on your hand?
Yeah.
Well, you got it on the
Nice
big flag. Oh, okay. I just didn't want you to put it anywhere else on anyone else.
Waterproof. I mean, water soluble.
Okay, okay.
Comes off with spit.
Right.
I probably should sign this.
Yeah, you should. You might want to sign it in an interesting color at the bottom.
Yes, that is the plan.
There. You want just white, or are you going to go with something funky?
Could go with the... Oh, actually.
Sign it in gold. Fuck yeah. Now we're talking. This is a man. You've become a man, Matthew. Does it actually show up, though?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't want you to make me look stupid for suggesting the gold pen when it doesn't work. I would have had to get revenge. How dare you prove my idea was wrong? It's time for revenge.
We have too much fun on this stream. God.
Also pretty big on prevenge. Sometimes you just gotta shake a bitch before they shake you for shaking them. Exactly.
Jamie's definitely on that fucking...
Jamie is a very neo-conservative hawkish type.
No, I was going to say that she's the person that's like, will stab as a warning.
Yeah, he's very hawkish on revenge.
Will stab as a warning.
Our actions are justified if we thought that they were going to get revenge for us attacking them.
Yeesh. Yeesh. Hashtag yikes. Yikes. Oh, fuck.
Oh no, that's not good.
That's fine.
That's what the clone tool's for.
Yeah.
Don't rip the rest of it.
What?
Yeah, right. That's what cropping it is for.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna crop this bitch. Don't fuck.
Yeah, no.
There's no fucking way I'm fixing that.
No, God, no. That's impossible. That's a sin that can never be fixed.
No. No, not
The
this.
bloodstains will remain, Matthew.
What is it? Dual citizenship?
Bird watching goes both ways.
Bird watching goes.
That's what this just says. It has the homeboy right here.
That's so dumb. I love it. Alright. Well, that is all she wrote for this piece.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It looks good. I like it. I'm digging it.
I just gotta scan this bad boy in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe adjust some of the edits that I need to do because of that.
Yeah.
But I think this one turned out pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good.
Yeah, we'll post this bad boy up sometime this week on the Instagram. Tomorrow I'm posting more about our Discord and then posting maybe about how there's a pile of inks on top of me that need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, we'll catch you guys in the next stream. We'll be streaming Thursday.
Oh, Jamie likes it.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, Jamie.
Yeah, thanks to everyone else who also came out at some point. If you're new, this is the Maeca art channel where we do live streaming every Monday, Thursday, and Friday.
Saturday.
Fuck. Fuck.
We also read plenty of Isaac Newton sci-fi.
Plenty of science fiction.
Tons of videos.
Tons of live readings of fan fiction, too.
Tons of
apparently.
live readings
Yeah.
of Isaac Newton science fiction fan fiction.
Yes. Obviously. And on that lovely
This is
note.
the perfect gift, Jamie. Thank you for your support.
Oh, shit.